Hello kids, let's start today with waste chapter number 1. So anything which is discarded, no longer serving to our purpose, or you make any product go through some process and the leftover material, all that is described as waste. We see heap of waste around the corner of the street, on the backyard of the road. Okay, we see literally a heap of waste lying around. Where is all this waste generated from? What are the sources of waste? So now, there are various sources from where waste is generated. सबसे पहले तो वेस्ट इज जनरेटेड फ्रॉम आवर हाउस होल्ड like the leftover food or the vegetable peel or the chocolate wrappers or any bits of paper, any waste which is generated from our houses is called as domestic waste. Then we have industrial waste. Waste generated from industries. There can be solid waste generated from industry, there can be gaseous waste, and there can be liquid waste. The waste generated from industries is called as liquid waste, or solid waste, or gaseous, that is called as industrial waste. For example, sulfur dioxide gas, nitrogen dioxide gases, mercury, lead, cadmium, these all are waste generated from industries. Then we have agricultural waste. Waste generated from farming related activities is called as farming waste. For example, crop residue or the husk of the grain or the straw or the sawdust, manure, rice stubble. In fact, when you burn stubble, it causes a lot of pollution. So they are called as agricultural waste. Then we have commercial waste. Commercial activity also leads to generation of waste. Waste generated from offices, from shops, from any commercial establishment is called as commercial waste. For example, any waste like paper or plastic, this all is generated from commercial places. Then we have waste generated from construction site, that is called as construction waste. For example, when you are doing demolition of any building, there will be debris, there will be cement in the construction site. So all that is commercial waste. Then we have waste generated from mining activities. So mining activity is also one of the source of waste. For example, slag heaps, tailing, debris. Now of late, the type of lifestyle we all are living, it has led to, and the progress what information technology has made, has led to generation of a new category of waste, e-waste, electronic waste. Now e-waste, computer monitor, discarded phones, discarded batteries, they contain a lot of toxic substance like lead, cadmium, mercury. In fact, recycling of e-waste is very harmful. It is very difficult. It's very complex because each component, let's say there's a computer monitor, each component of it need to be recycled in different way, need to be treated differently. And so basically the recycling system is very complex. Then we have a lot of waste which is harmful to health and human environment, toxic waste. We have a lot of waste which is not harmful to human health and environment, that is called as non-toxic waste. Now we are going to talk about in this chapter what is the impact of waste accumulation. So first impact, as I said, we see heap of waste around the corner of the street. So the first impact of the waste accumulation is spoilage of the landscape. Okay, the vacant land where you dump waste will ruin the natural beauty of that area. That area that where the waste is dumped, it's going to attract all flies, insects, mosquitoes. These all things together will spoil the natural beauty of that surrounding. In fact, the places where you dump waste, those places give out foul smell. They also cause in that area pollution. So that is the first harmful effect of waste accumulation, spoilage of landscape. The second impact of waste accumulation is pollution. Soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, our food chain get contaminated. These all problem we face because of, this all type of pollution we face because of waste accumulation. For example, when you dump waste on ground, lot of toxicity on that from that waste will start causing soil pollution. Okay, whatever discharge is done from the industries, from our domestic household, all that causes water pollution. When you burn waste, it causes air pollution. Then next problem what we are facing because of waste accumulation is eutrophication. Eutrophication simple meaning is depletion of oxygen from water bodies. Kids, this is very important topic to learn. Please remember very well what is eutrophication. Depletion of oxygen from water bodies. So how this depletion of oxygen from water bodies happen? So there are a lot of discharges from our household. Like from our household there is a lot of sewage. Okay, a lot of sewage which is discharged in the water bodies. Now the household discharge usually contains lot of soap and detergent. In that soap and detergent there is high quantity of phosphate. All that water which is discharged from our household contain large quantity of phosphate, and that ultimately enters, is discharged in the nearby water body. So in the nearby water body, wherever you will discharge this water, in that water body, the quantity of phosphate will increase. Also, the chemical fertilizers which we use in our farms, they contain mainly nitrates and phosphate. When it rains, all these chemical fertilizers gets washed off and they also enter in the nearby water body, thus adding more quantity of nitrate and phosphate in the nearby water body. So because of the discharges from our houses, from the farms, the quantity of nitrate and phosphate will increase in the water body. Now algae, okay, algae feed on, what do they feed on? Inorganic nitrogen, carbon dioxide and phosphate. Under normal circumstances, the population was not so much, but because of our activities, nitrate and phosphate quantity in water has increased. That will lead to growth in the population of algae, because of which water layer will be covered with algae and zooplankton. So sunlight will not be able to penetrate. This algae layer will block the sunlight, will not allow oxygen to penetrate in the water body. Aquatic plants will not be able to prepare their process, will not be able to prepare their food. They will not be able to perform the process of photosynthesis because carbon dioxide, because sunlight is not able to enter. Because of which from the water body, oxygen level will drop. That will lead to death of fish and other aquatic organisms. And this is how eutrophication takes place. Kids, on this we can frame one give reason also. This was a board question. Why should we promote use of organic fertilizer and not the chemical fertilizer? because chemical fertilizer usage will lead to increase in nitrate and phosphate in the water body. That will lead to growth of algae, that will lead to eutrophication because oxygen level from the water body will drop. This is a very important question from board point of view. Please mark eutrophication as very important. The next problem we are facing because of waste is health hazard. Lot of disease spread because of waste. For example, because of flies, rats, insects, we get disease like malaria, chikungunya. Okay, we also face problem like, see, there are a lot of choked drains because of waste. You will see a lot of mosquitoes in that area. Lot of waste water is dumped. You will see a lot of stagnant water will be there. Again, a lot of flies, insects, mosquitoes will be there. Also, waste is causing lot of hazardous. There are a lot of toxic waste. For example, lead, asbestos, mercury, arsenic, radioactive waste. These all waste are usually generated from industries, and these all waste are very harmful to human health and environment, because especially to human health, because they all are very toxic. Now, lead can affect development of brain in the children. Asbestos causes asbestosis and lung cancer. Mercury can have impact, can damage your brain. Arsenic can cause cancer. Radioactive wastes are so harmful because they remain in environment for hundreds of years, and they affect not only you, they affect your offsprings also. They cause genetic disorder. So these all are harmful substances and toxic substances that are hazardous to human health, and they all are also waste. Waste will also have impact on plants. So on human health, it has impact because it causes various diseases. It also has impact on plants. Different type of plants will get leaf injuries. Leaf will not grow and premature leaf fall will take place. Sometimes the leaf get covered with dust. The pores of the leaf get covered with dust. That will reduce the rate of transpiration. That will reduce the rate of photosynthesis in the plant. Premature leaf fall is also another harmful effect of waste on plant. The growth of the root and the shoot will stop because of waste. So these are the harmful effect of waste on plant. Waste also has harmful effect on animals and birds. Stray animals, you see dogs, pigs, cows, they actually go in the heap of waste and feed themselves with that waste. So much of plastic from that waste usually goes into their body and choke. There are so many mice which are exposed to toxic waste, and it is found that mice which is feeding on toxic waste, their reproductive system gets affected. They usually have lower body weights. Also, birds feed on waste. Sometimes there are grains sprayed with pesticide and insecticide. And when birds feed on that food grains, or if birds feed on any waste material also, their eggshells are found to be thin and defective. They have high mortality rate. So that is the effect of waste on terrestrial life. Now when I say terrestrial life, I include plants, animals, birds and human health. Now let us see what is the impact of waste on aquatic life. See, there are a lot of pesticide, insecticide which you spray on plants, but with rainwater they get washed and enter in the nearby water body. And of course the domestic sewage from your houses is also discharged in the nearby water bodies. Also we dump a lot of other waste in the water bodies. You see Chew Beach, it's full of plastic debris. In fact, it is found that over the period of time, like almost 1 million marine animals are killed yearly because of plastic debris which is dumped in water bodies. Oil spill is so common. oil spill during the oil excavation and or when the oil tanker are transporting oil. At that time, oil spill is so common. It damages beaches, it reduces light penetration, it pollutes sea, it affects the photosynthesis, it causes behavioral disorder, it affects the nervous system, it causes lot of problems to aquatic life. Also, because of waste in water body, oxygen start reducing. As we discussed, it causes eutrophication. In fact, you know what happens to plastic which we dump in the Juhu beach and all? That plastic start breaking into smaller pieces, and whatever aquatic life are there, animals are there, usually that small pieces of plastic enters in their bodies. There are turtles who have downward facing spines. They cannot regurgitate ingested plastic. Whatever plastic they are ingesting, the small plastic which we dump on the beaches, ultimately that plastic gets washed away and enter the sea. It starts breaking into smaller pieces. It is ingested by so many aquatic animals. Usually the downward facing spines turtle, it is ingested by them, and they cannot regurgitate this plastic debris and they die because of that. Fish, even they get affected. Their digestive system gets blocked because of plastic ingestion. Very common. The next problem we are facing because of waste is, which is a very important topic, biomagnification. At every toxic level, remember one thing, toxicity keeps on increasing at every trophic level. At every trophic level, the toxicity from one trophic level to another, the toxicity keep on passing through food chain. For example, if there are chemicals in water, from water, it will affect algae. If algae are affected, algae are eaten by small fish will get affected. If small fish will get affected, they are eaten by big fish will get affected. Many of the big fishes are eaten by humans, even humans will get affected. So from whether chemical dumped in water, from that chemical goes to algae, from algae it goes to small fish, from small fish to big fish, from big fish to human. This is how we all get toxicity passed to us or other living being because of food chain. This is called as biomagnification. You all know very well Minamata disease. There was a factory of vinyl chloride. What was that factory dumping daily? Methyl mercury in nearby water body of Minamata Bay, because of which Minamata Bay was full of methyl mercury. That methyl mercury entered in the bodies of fish. From fish, it passed to fishermen or whichever people who ever ate them, and everybody got affected, which came to be called as Minamata epidemic. Coming back to oil spill, let me tell you one thing. Oil spill is very harmful. It retards photosynthesis in marine plants. Oil spill also decreases oxygen uptake by organisms. It also causes disease like reproductive system get affected, nervous system get damaged in marine mammals. So harmful effect of oil spill is very common question asked in boards. Mercury is another harmful threat. So many factories keep on dumping lot of mercury, and again through food chain mercury passes to us. That is a very common example. So we all need to do waste management. We have to make sure that we manage this waste properly. If waste is not managed properly, it will cause harmful effect to environment. It will cause threat to our ecosystem. If waste is not managed properly, it will cause soil pollution. It will cause soil degradation. It will cause air pollution. It will cause water contamination. You understood very well. If water gets contaminated, how aquatic life get affected. If soil is polluted, how terrestrial life gets affected, which includes human, plant, animal, everyone. If air is polluted, again it is harmful impact to environment, human, plant, every animal, everyone. So waste leads to pollution, pollution leads to environmental damage. So there is an urgent need to handle waste. Waste also causes transmission of disease. Where there is waste, there will be housefly, there will be mosquitoes, there will be rodent. Now housefly causes typhoid, cholera, very common. Sandfly causes sandfly fever. Kala Azar is a very common disease caused by sandfly. CC fly, it causes sleeping sickness. Mosquitoes causes malaria, dengue. Rodent causes plague. Pet animals like dogs causes rabies. Cat causes anthrax. So we need to manage waste very well. There is so much of waste in water which is discharged from our houses, from our farms, from the industries. Again, they also lead to spread of disease. The next problem we are facing because of waste is greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon, water vapor. We all know very well these all are greenhouse gases. And their concentration is increasing because of the human activities. What human activity? Uncontrolled burning of fossil fuel is leading to emission of all these greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases form a layer around the earth in our atmosphere. They allow sunlight to penetrate, but they don't allow terrestrial radiation to go back. As a result, our atmosphere start heating up, and this is called as greenhouse effect. And rise in global annual mean temperature is called as global warming, which is a byproduct of greenhouse effect. What will happen if there will be global warming? Simple, the global temperature will start rising, ice cap will start melting, rainfall and wind pattern will get affected. The rate of transpiration from the plant will start increasing. Groundwater will start depleting. The disease will start spreading faster. The next problem we are facing because of waste, the environment is facing because of waste, is ozone depletion. You all know very well that ozone is a layer found between 20 to 50 km in stratosphere. It is a shield which protects our earth from harmful ultraviolet radiations. If there will be no ozone, this UV rays will reach our earth. It will cause skin cancer. It will cause cataract. It will cause genetic disorder. It will cause ecological damage. In fact, because of ozone, so first of all, who is causing depletion of ozone? CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbon is used in spray. It is used in refrigerator. It is used in foam. It is used in packaging product. We have seen that depletion of ozone, the ozone depleted area is called as ozone hole. If there is depletion of ozone, UV rays will reach our earth. It will not only affect human health, which I discussed already. It will also affect our ecosystem. Marine algae, marine fish, aquatic life will get affected. Vegetables are very sensitive to UV rays. The growth will get affected. In fact, plastics or many chemicals, they will become brittle because of UV rays exposure. The next problem we are facing because of waste accumulation is acid rain. When we burn any of the fossil fuel, mainly two gases are given out, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. When they mix with rainwater, they form sulfuric and nitric acid, and that is called as acid rain. Acid rain is going to have harmful effect on everyone. Soil and crop will get affected because soil will become acidic. In fact, forest and crops will start getting damaged because of acid rain. So many monuments will get corroded. Taj Mahal is the best example of it. Humans' respiratory system will get affected. Nervous system will get affected. We will start facing lot of neurological disorder. Aquatic life will get affected because the water will become acidic, that will kill aquatic life. Plants will get affected. In fact, the leaf which will be experiencing acid rain, they will burn. So this is what will happen because of acid rain. Now, the main foundation of the healthy biosphere is soil. And this soil is getting affected because of acid rain, because of whatever pollutions are there in the air, and all the pollutant get deposited on land. They all are affecting our soil, and soil is the foundation of healthy biosphere. If soil will be affected, the fertility of the soil will get affected. Mineralization rate of the soil will get affected. Decomposition process of soil will get affected. It will affect sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus cycle. It will kill earthworms, nematodes, which are very, very important for soil. But those organisms will start dying. It will affect our biosphere. So thus, if you want to manage biosphere, you want to have healthy biosphere, you need to have healthy soil. So these are all harmful effects of waste to human health, plant health, animal health and environment. Thus, this is why waste management is very important. And how waste management can be done, that we will be discussing in chapter number 2. Thank you so much.